In the small, rural town of Cibao, Philippines, a little boy once walked barefoot under the scorching sun, carrying nothing but hope in his heart. He had no money, no proper home, and sometimes, no food to eat. Yet, this very boy would rise from the depths of extreme poverty to become one of the greatest boxers the world has ever seen, a man who would inspire millions and earn a place among boxing's immortals. This is the incredible journey of Manny Pacquiao, from a struggling street kid to an 8-division world champion, a national hero, and a global boxing icon. Manny Pacquiao was born on December 17, 1978, in Cibao, Bukidnon, a small rural province in the Philippines. His family lived in a tiny bamboo hut, surviving day to day on very little. His father, Rosalio, worked as a farmer, and his mother, Dionysia, sold homemade bread to make ends meet. Life was incredibly tough. There were days when Manny would go to bed hungry, drinking only water to fill his stomach. But even in the middle of hardship, young Manny carried a dream to give his family a better life. However, things became even harder when Manny was just 12 years old. One day, he came home to find that his father had killed and eaten the family's pet dog out of desperation for food. Heartbroken and furious, Manny packed his things and left home, determined to find his own way in life. Little did anyone know, this decision would set him on a path to greatness. After leaving home, Manny moved to Manila, the capital of the Philippines. With no money and no support, he lived on the streets, selling bread and working odd jobs just to survive. But deep inside, he still had one passion: boxing. Inspired by his idol, Bruce Lee, Manny often shadowboxed on street corners, dreaming of becoming a fighter. Soon, he joined a local boxing gym and started training under coach Rodolfo Ferran. But Manny had a problem. He was too small and underweight to qualify for local amateur fights. He would hide rocks inside his socks during weigh-ins just to meet the minimum weight requirements. He started competing in small amateur tournaments and quickly gained attention for his lightning speed, explosive power, and relentless determination. By the time he turned 16, Manny decided to turn professional. He left school, signed his first contract, and entered the ring with one mission: fight his way out of poverty. Manny Pacquiao made his professional boxing debut on January 22, 1995, at just 16 years old, fighting at 106 pounds in the light flyweight division. He earned 100 pesos for his first fight, less than $3, but Pacquiao didn't care about the money. All he wanted was to win. And that's exactly what he did. Over the next few years, Manny climbed through the ranks, building a reputation as a fearless fighter with devastating speed and a killer left hand. In 1998, Manny got his first big break when he fought Chache Sasical for the WBC flyweight title. At just 19 years old, Manny knocked out Sasical in the 8th round, becoming a world champion for the very first time. This victory marked the beginning of a career that would change boxing forever. After tasting early success, Manny realized he needed world-class training to reach the top. In 2001, while visiting the Wild Card Boxing Club in Los Angeles, he met legendary trainer Freddie Roach. The connection was instant. Roach immediately saw Manny's potential and decided to take him under his wing. Together, they became one of the most iconic fighter-trainer duos in boxing history. Roach polished Manny's technique, improved his footwork, and developed a strategy that transformed him into a complete fighter. Under Roach's guidance, Pacquiao's career skyrocketed. From 2001 onwards, Manny Pacquiao went on a historic run, facing and defeating some of the biggest names in boxing. 2001, he knocked out Lelo Ledwaba to win the IBF Super Bantamweight title. 2003, Pacquiao shocked the world by destroying Marco Antonio Barrera, announcing his arrival as a global superstar. 2004, he fought the legendary Juan Manuel Marquez in an unforgettable battle, which ended in a controversial draw. 2005, he lost to Eric Morales but came back stronger, defeating him twice in rematches. By this time, Pacquiao was becoming a phenomenon. His relentless aggression, blinding speed, and unmatched stamina made him one of the most dangerous fighters in the world. But his biggest challenges were yet to come. Most boxers dream of winning a world title in just one weight class. But Manny Pacquiao? He wasn't like most fighters. Over the next several years, he did something unprecedented. He became the only boxer in history to win world titles in 8 different weight divisions: flyweight, 112 pounds, super bantamweight, 122 pounds, featherweight, 126 pounds, super featherweight, 130 pounds, lightweight, 135 pounds, light welterweight, 140 pounds, welterweight, 147 pounds, super welterweight, 154 pounds. From a starving kid on the streets to an 8-division world champion, Pacquiao shattered every expectation and rewrote boxing history. One of the most defining moments of Pacquiao's career came in 2008 when he faced Oscar de la Hoya, one of the sport's biggest stars. Many thought Pacquiao was too small, too light, and too inexperienced to compete with de la Hoya. But on fight night, Manny put on a masterclass performance, completely dominating the Golden Boy. De la Hoya's corner stopped the fight after the 8th round, giving Pacquiao one of the most significant victories of his career. That fight turned him into a global superstar. After defeating de la Hoya, Pacquiao faced Ricky Hatton in 2009. In just 2 rounds, Manny delivered one of the most brutal knockouts in boxing history. The left hook that dropped Hatton is still considered one of the most iconic punches ever thrown. Later that year, Pacquiao fought Miguel Cotto for the WBO welterweight title. Despite facing a bigger, stronger opponent, Pacquiao's speed and precision overwhelmed Cotto, resulting in a 12th round stoppage. By now, Pacquiao was no longer just a champion. He was a boxing legend. Throughout his career, one rivalry stood out above the rest: Manny Pacquiao vs. Juan Manuel Marquez. The two warriors fought 4 times between 2004 and 2012. First fight ended in a draw. Second fight Pacquiao won via split decision. Third fight Pacquiao won via majority decision. Fourth fight Marquez finally knocked Pacquiao out cold in the 6th round. That knockout was devastating. But instead of giving up, Manny came back stronger than ever, a true mark of a champion. For years, fans begged for the ultimate showdown: Manny Pacquiao vs. Floyd Mayweather Jr. Finally, on May 2, 2015, the fight took place in Las Vegas. It was billed as the fight of the century. Millions tuned in. Billions were bet. But the fight didn't go Manny's way. Mayweather's defensive brilliance neutralized Pacquiao's offense, and Floyd won via unanimous decision. Despite the loss, Pacquiao's performance solidified his place among the all-time greats. Beyond boxing, Manny Pacquiao built an incredible legacy as a humanitarian and politician. In 2010, he was elected as a congressman in the Philippines. By 2016, he became a senator. Despite his political responsibilities, Manny used his fame and wealth to fund housing projects, hospitals, and scholarships for the poor. He never forgot where he came from: the streets, the hunger, the struggle. And he dedicated his life to helping others escape the same hardships he endured. In July 2019, at the age of 40, Manny Pacquiao defeated Keith Thurman to become the oldest welterweight champion in boxing history. It was yet another record-breaking moment for the Filipino icon. 2 years later, in 2021, Manny officially announced his retirement from boxing, ending an extraordinary 26-year career. He walked away with 62 wins, 39 knockouts, 8 world titles, a legacy that will live forever. Manny Pacquiao's story is not just about boxing. It's about faith, resilience, and the power of dreams. From selling bread on the streets to earning hundreds of millions in the ring, Manny's life proves that your circumstances don't define your destiny. Today, he remains an inspiration to millions, a reminder that no matter how hard life gets, with hard work and belief, anything is possible. Manny Pacquiao's journey from poverty to boxing royalty is nothing short of legendary. He wasn't the tallest. He wasn't the strongest. But he had the biggest heart. If you were inspired by this incredible story, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next deep dive into the lives of boxing's greatest icons. This was the story of Manny Pacquiao, the boy who had nothing, but fought for everything.